All right, guys. So we're gonna be with Chuck in a second. He's gonna try to join us. And yeah, I'll initially start transmitting or live streaming also on Instagram, and then probably it's going to end up being most of it right here on YouTube and Facebook because I can share the screen, and it's better quality. So that's what we're gonna be doing. And let me see. I'm just waiting for Chuck to be here, and I'm gonna be inviting Chuck now. Let me see. Should this like wait a guest? Let me see. Copy link. Can get Chuck to click on this, or click on this. Just trying to get Chuck in first, and then we're gonna get started here. Okay, just seeing if Chuck is over here. Maybe if he can see me or hear me, that'd be amazing. But maybe he can't. I don't know. So let's wait for Chuck. Just give me 2 more minutes. Okie dokie. So I don't know if Chuck is here, but he should be any minute, I hope. Just wait. We're waiting. We're waiting. Just be patient. So yeah, gotta be patient. That's what we gotta be. Just patient, my friends. We just called Chuck again. Maybe he's having trouble. Just a sec.
I'm trying.
You're trying?
I can't get in. Yeah, I tapped on everything there, but I can't find anywhere to get in.
What about that link that I just sent you?
You didn't send me a link.
On WhatsApp. Check on your WhatsApp and you'll see that I sent you a link.
On WhatsApp?
Yeah, click on that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, see if that works.
On WhatsApp. Okay, it's got something's happening.
Something's happening? Okay, I see. I should be able to see something happening here soon. Let's wait.
I see myself.
You see yourself?
Yeah. Front camera, video input. Volume is up. Name is asking for a name.
Okay, give your name, Chuck.
Okay, still nothing. There's still a circle going around in there.
All right, let's wait for it to work. Hey, Janet. Just waiting for Chuck to get on board with us. Let's just wait.
I'm sorry, it's still going around. I don't think it's working.
There is no working cover banner.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, nothing's happening. Okay, let me probably finish this call and click on that link on WhatsApp again. Yeah?
Okay, wait a minute.
Let's wait for Chuck. We're just waiting for Chuck because he wanted to do tonight with us, and so we just waiting for our gracious guest. to see if it works. Okay, check join now. Okay.
You're not part of the broadcast yet.
Now we're here, buddy. Okay.
Maybe
Finally.
now. Can you see me now?
I can see you now. Everybody can see you now. Okay.
Yeah, but it's really small. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, like you don't need to see yourself. I mean, I can make you big. I can make you big.
No, it's not that. I can't see the. Whoops. I'm gone again.
It's hard to read the book, you mean?
Yeah, it was very, very small, the whole picture, but now it's all gone.
Now it's all gone. How about now? Okay, I gotta check
now
what's going
I've got you back, but it's very, very small. There.
Is that okay?
Well, it's okay, but it's just 1/5 of the page.
Why don't you turn your cell phone landscape?
Okay, that's better.
Okay, is it readable?
No, well,
No?
I can make it readable. Yeah, but I can't see you or at all. Can you see me?
No, because I made it full screen, so I guess that's. I mean, it works. I guess this way.
I can see, and I can see the screen, and I can see the words by making them slightly bigger.
Okay, cool. Let's do that.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. So I'm gonna also be transmitting via Instagram now. Just give me 1 second. Just 1 second. You know, all this technology is a little bit cumbersome, but it pays off in the end.
Okay.
You know, we just need to get used to it, all of us.
Well, I can see the page. Well,
you can see the page now. Okay, perfect. That's what matters the most. We can read the page.
Okay, go.
And now I'm also gonna start live streaming on Instagram. Right now, okay. I think that right now we're on Instagram as well. Okay. All right, people. So let's start it. Let's get this party started. Right. Let's get this party started. Tonight's reading. Okay, so for the people joining us, I'm gonna remind the people joining us. We have YouTube, Fabulous Fabes, and Facebook. It's Fabulous Fabes Live. Okay, just let me post this, pin it, so when people come in, they can see where we are as an option. Ok, como opción, saben que pueden ir a YouTube o Facebook. My YouTube, ahí lo ven en pantalla. En el chat dice YouTube, Fabulous Fabes, y el Facebook es Fabulous Fabes Live. Allí entonces encuentran el mismo live, pero pueden ver la pantalla completa en sus dispositivos. No tienen que ver aquí la grabación de mi pantalla como lo estoy haciendo en Instagram. O sea que es una imagen mucho más nítida, más clara. Y bueno, ya ustedes deciden qué prefieren. Si este método o Facebook o YouTube. Hey, Luz Mazo. And everybody else. Janice, Zaira, Johan, Var, 41 Var, and Juan Camilo, and Roberto, and German. Everybody, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. Tonight we're going to do an encore session. Vamos a hacer una repetición de The Three Musketeers, Los Tres Mosqueteros. And The Three Musketeers starts like this. Chuck, would you do us the honor, please?
Okay. There's a brief phrase before this one, but I'll begin where I've got on the screen. Apparently, there's somewhere in France where people were known for their hot tempers and their courage. There lived a young man named D'Artagnan. I'm sorry. His greatest dream was to become a musketeer, one of the very special guards of the King of France.
All right, so there you go. That's a musketeer right there. You see this kid, or that was his dream, right? His greatest dream. And pay
Yes.
attention to that greatest. Do you know how to say that in Spanish, Chuck? His greatest dream?
Well, mejor, I guess. The
Su
mejor?
más, yeah, also su más grande sueño, right?
Mas grande? Okay.
Su más grande sueño, his
Mhm.
greatest dream, was to become a musketeer. And what is a musketeer, you may ask? And a musketeer of is one of the very special guards of the King of France. Okay, so this is the first part. A long time ago, as it always starts with this kind of literature. A long time ago, obviously, in a beautiful part of France called Gascony, and there, we have these people. And the funny thing about Gascony, the place, then we want to explain the place or talk more about the place, then we use the connector where, the adverb where. Then we say where people were known for their hot tempers. Where people were known for their hot tempers. Okay? What is a hot temper? What is a hot temper, Chuck?
Oh, it's an emotion where people were emotionally excited or hot.
Would you say that people have hotter tempers in Colombia or in the States?
Oh, in Colombia by far, especially on those novellas.
Okay, so there you go. Now I remind you, people, the ones that are on Instagram, los que estamos en Instagram, recuerden que pueden ir a Fabulous Faves en YouTube o a Fabulous Faves Live, todo junto en Facebook. Y allí pueden escucharme a mí y a Chuck. Chuck está leyendo conmigo en este momento. Aquí se los muestro en pantalla un momentico para que nos vean. Aquí
Ah,
estamos. Here's Fabulous Faves. And here's my friend Chuck. Say hi, Chuck. Hey,
hi,
Chuck.
Chuck.
You
Hi,
you look
everybody.
you. Hi, Chuck.
Hello.
Hey, you're looking groomed today. What's going on? Did you get a haircut?
No, I
Did
just
you
got more
shave?
handsome last night. I don't know why.
You're looking handsome tonight. I don't know why either.
No,
Very handsome.
it has to happen sometimes
Can't
overnight.
stop looking at you. Well, anyway, let's continue reading. Okay, so there you go. If you want to see us in action, si quieren vernos en acción, escucharnos mejor dicho, porque vamos a proyectar la pantalla en full pantalla en Facebook, en YouTube. Simplemente van a Fabulous Faves separado en YouTube y Fabulous Faves Live en Facebook. Okay, so here we
On the
go.
show. Go.
Let's go on. 1 second. So, all right, Chuck, it's your turn.
Okay. Make your fortune in Paris. Take this letter to Monsieur de Treval. He is a fellow Gascon and captain of the King's Musketeers. He will help you. Then, he added, listen carefully, for what I am about to tell you is of the utmost importance.
All right, so at the top, which you missed, maybe you missed it, but I'll read it
Oh,
at the
I can't
top.
see it. Yeah,
Oh, you can't
sorry.
see it?
Nope, sorry.
Okay, no problem. That's okay. I can read the top always. I'll be on top, you be on the bottom, okay?
Okay, sorry, I can't see it.
All right. One day, D'Artagnan's father presented him with a letter and said, son, the time has come for you to, and then you say, make your fortune
Make your
in
fortune in
Paris. Okay.
Paris.
What is to make your fortune in a place, in a certain city or place, Chuck? What is that, to make your fortune?
Oh, to be successful, to find your job that makes money, or find your dream that you've been dreaming about.
Okay. All right. Did you ever make your fortune anywhere?
Well, yes, I got into school, and then I got out, and then I followed my profession and did well and retired. So I made my fortune by working.
Okay, cool. So that's how you made your fortune too, like by going through school and, making a career for yourself, right?
Yeah, that's it. Good way to put it.
But this guy had to take a letter, a certain letter to Monsieur de Treville or Treva, right?
A
and
letter,
who was a fellow Gascon,
a
right?
letter of introduction.
A letter of introduction. Okay, but this guy was very important. He was, besides being a fellow Gascon, well, now what is the meaning of fellow, Chuck? It always befuddles me. What is fellow?
That means a similar. It means a member of the, like a member of the group, or a member of the tribe, or a member of uh, the family.
All right, so this is someone who belongs in the same group as you do.
Yes.
So if you know, for example, a dentist, and you're a dentist, then that person could be called a fellow dentist.
That's correct.
And if I, in my case, that I'm a teacher, if I meet another teacher, I would call this guy a fellow teacher.
True, true. A
That's
member of the
cool,
group.
man.
Yeah.
Remember the groups, yeah. Okay, so people who are on Instagram, los que estén en Instagram en este momento, por curiosidad, simplemente si quieren ver la conversación continua que tenemos Chuck y yo acerca de este libro, pues diríjanse a YouTube, Fabulous Espacio Faves, o en Facebook, en Fabulous Faves Live. Aquí les dejo el dato en el chat por si quieren escuchar la conversación que tenemos a medida que leemos el libro. All right, so good. So this guy, besides being a fellow Gascon, he was captain of the King's Musketeers. Very important person. And so the promise in this letter, or the promise that was that represented having this letter, was that it was going to help D'Artagnan, right? And listen carefully, Father said, for what I'm about to tell you, because what I am going to tell you now, in other words, is of utmost importance. Of utmost importance. What is that utmost? Chuck, what is that utmost?
That would be just another superlative. It's the most important, the major, the better, the best, or the utmost is the top.
The most important. The
Yes.
most important thing is this that I'm about to tell you. This expression here, I'm about to tell you, is another form of the future, right?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you at this moment. Okay, let's see what that of utmost important thing is. And pay attention, is utmost, is not up with a piece, with a T. Utmost importance. Pretty elegant language. Let's see what's going on here. It says, always defend your honor. Always defend your honor. Pay attention to the word honor. It's with an H, which is completely silent. Honor. And always be determined and courageous. Wow. Good, Dad. Yeah, honor, determined, courageous. That's the message. Eager to embark on his new life, D'Artagnan set off for Paris on the old family horse. Okay, pay attention to a couple of things. Set off is to begin a journey, for example, to begin a journey. And he gets on the horse. Let's pay attention to that. You get on a horse, on top of a horse. That's where you ride a horse. On a horse is where you ride a horse. Okay, Chuck, and then you continue. The horse.
Okay, the horse made a very loyal companion, but also a funny looking one, since it happened to be covered in spots.
Ooh, covered in spots, like you can see in the picture right there. Spots all over, so this guy looked funny, like he was wearing pajamas or something.
Yeah.
A loyal companion. What is that, Chuck? Loyal.
One with loyalty is a person who is won't let you down. He stays with you. He's your unyielding companion.
Ok. Esto de loyal es que nunca te va a dejar, que es una persona o un animal, en este caso, que siempre te va a cuidar, siempre va a estar a tu lado, no te va a traicionar. That's a loyal companion. But also, aunque también, a funny looking one. Funny. Now let's explore the word funny, Chuck. What is funny?
Well, that has more than one meaning, actually.
Uh-huh.
The word funny is odd, or funny is make you laugh. But in this particular
Laugh.
case, it's odd.
Odd,
Odd.
which is another way of calling weird or peculiar.
Yes. Peculiar is a good
Okay,
word.
so when when someone when someone says that this is funny, you have to ask, is it funny ha or funny peculiar, right?
Yes.
Exactly, because you have to make the distinction. In this case, I believe looking at this horse, he's probably both.
Yes. And
He's
that's a
funny
common
haha
problem.
and
It's
funny
a common
peculiar.
problem. The funny word is a common problem. Where how to decide what people are talking about sometimes is
Right.
difficult.
It's funny. And that's funny. See what
Yes.
I did? Okay. All right, got it. Let's go to the next page. Oops, sorry. Let me see what happened here. Now, how do I go back? Just give me a second. I don't know how to go back. This thing. 1 second. Probably. Okay. Leave. 1 second. No, cancel. How do I go back? I think I went back one page. I went too fast. I cannot go back. Okay. Nothing I can do here, apparently. Just give me 1 second. Got it? No, that's not good. Be patient, please. I'm sorry.
uh, how,
Sorry to
how will
be.
you look at that horse? It starts out. Whoops.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, real quick question before we continue on with the book. What is a musketeer? What do you think, Chuck?
It's a guard with a sword. In the old days, before
But
they had
that's
guns.
not one of the options. That's not one of the options.
Oh, how about a soldier?
A soldier. Good job. All right, so now we can continue reading. Yeah, that was just a trick. Let me go back to where we were before. Okay, we're here.
There you go.
Got it, right here. Okay, so en route to Paris, D'Artagnan came to the town of Meung, where he crossed paths with a nobleman and his lackeys. All right? And now, right here, give me a second. Right there. Ha! Will you look at that horse? Said the haughty nobleman. I have never seen such a ridiculous sight. And then what did the people say? Can you read that, Chuck? Is Chuck still there or Chuck is gone? Maybe Chuck is gone. Yeah, Chuck is gone. Poor Chuck is gone. Okay, probably he'll join us again. Give me just a second. See what's going on. 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Well, Chuck comes back. So click on the same link and just giving him instructions, dándole instrucciones, giving him instructions to come back. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back now. Recuerden que los que me están viendo en este momento en Instagram, también estoy en YouTube y también estoy en Facebook. ¿Ok? YouTube es Fabulous Faves, las dos palabras separadas. En Facebook es Fabulous Faves Live, todo junto. La diferencia con Instagram es que en Facebook o YouTube me pueden escuchar en interacción con Chuck, mi colector, con quien llevamos la conversación de, bueno, qué significa esto, por qué decimos esto, etcétera. So, hay varios datos ahí interesantes y curiosos, culturales y lingüísticos. O sea que si se unen por YouTube o Facebook, va a ser una experiencia mucho más interesante para ustedes. And let's wait on Chuck. We're just waiting on Chuck. Okay, let's just wait on Chuck. But in the meantime, let's read. Okay, in the meantime, so people here in town say, it's covered in spots. Yeah, it's covered in spots. That probably means funny to them. That probably means both funny, haha, because it's funny, peculiar. Recordemos que, según hablábamos con Chuck hace un momento, funny tiene dos interpretaciones o dos, digamos, connotaciones. Una es funny peculiar, o sea, raro, y la otra es funny jaja, o sea, funny cómico, chistoso. ¿Ok? En este caso, pues, como digo yo, parece que fuese ambos. Parece que fuese raro y chistoso al mismo tiempo el caballito este, que era the old family horse. ¿Ok? And let me check on Chuck. I'll be right back. Voy a mirar qué le pasa a Chuck, porque es que no lo veo por ningún lado. Yes, let me help check. So we don't lose him. Yeah, he says he's trying to get back in. Just a little bit of patience, and he'll be back in no time, I hope. Okay. Check join now. Okay, great. Awesome. Hey, buddy.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you loud and clear. Okay.
Oh, I can barely hear you. All right.
You can barely hear me?
I can barely hear you,
now?
but I can see the picture now.
Okay, amazing.
Sorry,
no worries.
Yeah.
So here it says, what did the people in the town said when they what did the people in the town say when they saw the horse?
It says it is covered in spots.
Is that funny?
I suppose it's odd. Yes, it's peculiar.
It's peculiar or odd. Odd, the word that Chuck is using. We'll get back here. Odd, the word that Chuck is using, is a synonym of peculiar. Okay, just so you know. Odd, peculiar. All right, we got this one. So, chuckling, one of his lackeys replied, "Why, with all those spots, it looks more like a cow than a horse." Now it's your turn, buddy.
Okay, and with that, all the men laughed loudly at D'Artagnan and his horse.
That's right. So this is not nice, people. You know, don't do this. If you ever see a horse that looks like a cow, please keep it to yourself. Bite your tongue. Don't say anything, and don't laugh, please. You know, if you feel that you're starting to laugh, then go like you're choking or something, or like coughing. How do you? By the way, how do you mask that you're laughing? I don't know. Can you? Can you, Chuck?
Can you cough at the same time? Cover your mouth?
You know, probably.
Turn your head.
Turn your head. Yeah. There you go. All right. So we got this one. Remembering his father's words, D'Artagnan bravely declared, "Here in my hand is a very important letter of..." And then you continue, Chuck.
I just can't hear you. I'm sorry.
It's your turn to read.
A letter of introduction that will permit me to become a musketeer. Neither I nor my horse will be mocked by the likes of you. Singling out the nobleman, he added, I demand an apology, or we will face off in a duel.
Ooh. Wow.
Ooh, serious.
Did you see Will Smith at the
So
Oscars?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
No, I can't
Nothing?
hear you at all.
Oh, no. This is terrible. Just give me a second.
I mean, it's like barely volume. I know you're there, but I can't hear you.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. Nothing?
Better, maybe?
Can you hear now? No, nothing?
No. No.
This is weird. I don't know why this is. I have
My
no
volume
idea.
is all the way up. So I'm pretty sure it's not me,
All right.
but it could
How
be. I
about
don't
now?
really know what I'm doing. I can hear you a little bit.
You can hear me a little bit. Okay, no problem.
Don't stop.
So let's go back here.
Okay.
So here we have, well, so the kid says that he has a letter that will permit him to become a musketeer. And then he protests. He says, neither I nor my horse. In Spanish is ni yo ni mi caballo. Do you know that, Chuck? Sorry.
More or less. Yeah. I think it's very, very similar in a lot of languages. There's a neither nor.
Exactly. Neither nor in Spanish would be ni yo ni mi caballo.
Right.
Neither I nor my horse will be mocked. To mock. What is that, Chuck?
To make fun of, to laugh at, to consider odd or peculiar.
Yeah, that is to mock. Is to make fun of someone. Is to go like, ah, like that. You know, with a laugh that is obviously meant to make the other people feel bad. Like,
Right.
as to mock someone. But then he says, the likes of you. Ooh, that's kind of, what would you call that? The likes of you. Is that a nice thing? Or maybe, what do you think?
Well, I don't think
The
it's
likes of
nice.
you.
I think it's like someone like you, the likes of you, means normally that's a derogatory statement.
Yeah, because the likes of you is like, you know, like people like you who don't even matter to call you someone in particular, I guess.
Yeah, someone lower class, someone lesser than me.
Lesser than me, that's a good one. Alguien que está por debajo de mí, de menor estatus. Singling out the nobleman. Singling out. What is that singling out? What's to single someone out?
Oh, to choose one out of a group.
All right, so that would be to dirigirse a una persona en particular. En este caso, al nobleman. ¿Sí? Porque el nobleman tenía su grupo de seguidores que aquí en el cuento lo llamamos lackeys. ¿Ok? Pero aquí en este caso, the nobleman, D'Artagnan decide que ese es su enemigo, digamos. And he added, y agregó, I demand an apology. Okay, I demand an apology. ¿Sí? Demando, en, how else can you say that? Pido, exijo, I demand, exijo una excusa, an apology. Okay? Or we will face off in a duel. To face off. What is that to face off, Chuck?
Oh, it means to face mano a mano, and a front, in front of each other.
So that would be like a fight?
Yeah, like a duel. Like to prepare to fight. I'll be facing you, you facing me, and we're going to fight right before the fight.
So normally the outcome or el resultado de un face-off is that one of the people, or one of the two involved will come out a victor, right?
Yes, yes, and the other one an obvious loser.
Exactly. So en un face-off lo que tenemos aquí es una confrontación que da como resultado a un vencedor y obviamente a un vencido o a un perdedor. So that's the idea with a face-off. Okay? Recuerden los que están en Instagram que pueden ir a YouTube y Facebook a vernos a Chuck y a mí o a escucharnos leer este cuento. All right, so there you go. And a duel is, como en el español, un duelo. That's how you say it in Spanish, Chuck. Un duelo. Okay? Un duelo. All right, so let's continue with the next page in this story. The man laughed. The man laughed even harder and shoved D'Artagnan. Okay, now it's your turn, Chuck.
When he tried to fight back, he lost his balance and fell into a deep mud puddle. The men continued to laugh uproariously as they left the scene.
Uh-huh. All right, so here we have when he tried to fight back or to defend himself, right? To fight back. He lost his balance and fell into a deep mud puddle. Okay, and I want you to pronounce again. I want you to pronounce again I want you to pronounce again mud puddle, Chuck, if you can, if you may.
A deep mud puddle.
Can you see when I do this? When I highlight the text, can you see it?
Yes.
Can you see that I'm okay? Cool. So that's what I want you to pronounce one more time.
Mud puddle.
Yeah. So I want you to pronounce it one more time, just for the sake of it.
Mud puddle.
Beautiful. Mud puddle. So this sounds like a, pero una a muy perezosa. La apertura vocal es muy baja. O sea, básicamente abrimos la boca muy poquito y pronunciamos una a. Entonces diríamos mud puddle. ¿Sí? No vayan a decir mud puddle. No, it's not like that. Small a. Mud puddle. Okay. One more time, please, Chuck.
Sorry, what?
Can you pronounce it one more time, that phrase?
Yes, mud puddle.
Mud puddle. Okay, so it happens very fast. It sounds very fast. Okay, and then we have to laugh uproariously. What is that, Chuck? That sounds fun. Laugh uproariously.
I'm not sure, but that just means hard and loud.
Hard and loud. Sí, o sea, se rieron escandalosamente, uproariously. Yeah, imagine a roar. A roar is the sound. What animal in the jungle makes a roar? Chuck.
Oh, for me, lions, of course.
El león. El león ruge. O sea que cuando decimos uproariously, estamos diciendo que se le traían como, o sea, de una manera pues tan intensa que sería como leones riéndose, me imagino. Yeah, like lions laughing. And then they left the scene. They left the scene quiere decir que se fueron para otra parte. Se fueron para otro lugar. They left the scene. And this guy, obviously, as you can see him right now, was a mess. Sí, estaba muy, muy sucio. Estaba lleno de pantano. How do you say pantano in English? Chuck, do you know?
I'm
Do you know
sorry,
how to
say
say
what?
pantano in English? Pantano. How do you say pantano in English?
Got me there. I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't know that
Right
word.
there.
What is it? The puddle or the scene? I'm sorry.
Right there. I'm highlighting it.
Mud?
Yeah, that's pantano.
It's what?
Pantano.
Oh my goodness, I did not know that.
That's
I
new.
guess
So
I've never
now,
come across that. But yes,
right.
mud.
And
Mud
you
is
like to
mud.
run. And sometimes you're going to be running outside and there's going to be puddles and there's going to be mud and you come back home and you have to take your shoes outside, take off your shoes outside. Otherwise, you're going to bring all the mud, all that pantano into the house, right?
Right.
And I believe
Exactly.
you're the one that mops the floors.
Yes, and someone's going to get mad about that.
Why? You know, like, I don't understand. You're the one that mops the floors and somebody gets mad because you muddy the floors.
So yeah, they have to go to work.
Exactly. So, all right, cool. Let's continue with the next page in our story. After D'Artagnan managed to get up and clean off as best he could. As best he could means tan bien como pudo, pero no quedó perfecto, obviamente. As best he could. He did the best he could, in other words. And now it's your turn, Chuck. You can continue.
He realized that the nasty nobleman had stolen his precious letter.
Ooh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no. He didn't.
Oh,
He
yes, he did.
realized. Oh, yeah, he did. You're right. I want to show people realize, the face of realize. Realize is something that is very visual, is something that you see on the face. It's one of my sexy verbs because it really shows. It's very hard to conceal. Es muy difícil de esconder cuando tú te das cuenta de algo. En English, realize. Por ejemplo, dejas la billetera en algún lugar, your wallet, you leave it somewhere, and then your face changes immediately. You go like this. You know, it changes. It's fantastic. You know, when you realize that you're in love, you're like, you know, your face changes, right? What do you think, Chuck?
I think that's a good way to describe it. It is a very, I don't know, very obvious, symbolic word. Yeah.
Well, what face do you make when you realize that you didn't bring money to pay the bill or the check at the restaurant? Show us your
Oh,
face.
yeah. I think everybody could see that on your face. That
Show
would
me show
be
me
a
your face when
bad
you realize that.
realization.
Show me your face when you realize you didn't bring money.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Now pay attention to my face when I'm with Chuck, because I'm, sometimes I've done this, Chuck. I'm sorry. I'm with Chuck and we're going to pay the check, right? And then I'm like, like I left my wallet. And then Chuck is like, okay, it's okay. I got it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, sometimes you can't even pretend that you realize. Anyway, anyhow, without further dilation, let's continue. It's your turn, Chuck.
Sorry.
You still there, Chuck? Okay, it's your turn.
That's the same page.
Oh, it's the same page. Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind. I was just checking if you were paying attention, okay?
Yep. I are.
Okay, just 1 second. I don't want to click twice. All right, right there.
There we go.
When at last D'Artagnan arrived in Paris, he wasted no time in calling on Monsieur de Treville. All right, it's your turn.
And requesting an audience with him.
Requesting an audience. That sounds
Oh,
very
shit,
formal,
no.
right?
Requesting an audience.
Is that for what?
What? I'm sorry,
What
I
do you
can't hear
think?
you.
Is
I
it
think he
formal
wants to
or
have
what?
a meeting.
Yeah, have a meeting. That is in plain English what is happening here. He wants to have a meeting. But then the language is more sophisticated. He's requesting an audience. Okay? Maybe we should start using this language, Chuck. Like, I request an audience to talk about something. Right?
Yeah, you would request an audience with the governor or the mayor, perhaps, but you would ask for a meeting with most other people.
Yeah. Okay, you got it. Perfect. Now, Monsieur de Treville's impressive antechamber was filled with musketeers waiting for their turns to meet with him. It's your turn, Chuck. You're up.
As D'Artagnan looked about in awe, a loud voice suddenly announced, "D'Artagnan, Monsieur de Treville will see you now."
Okay, there you go. Now, that look about, what is that look about, Chuck? What is that look about?
Oh, that would be like looking around,
The
just
same.
checking things out.
Checking things out. Wonderful. Looking around. So we can say that about and around are synonyms. Wouldn't you say that?
Yes, that's a good way.
Look about, look around. In awe. Now that word, in awe. Huh? What do you think of that word, in awe?
Oh, then you are amazed by what you see. It's awesome.
Can you pronounce that word and let us see your face? Pronounce awe and let us see your face. There.
Oh,
One
oh,
more time. There you go. And it's a long word, isn't it?
oh. It is a
It's
long word.
long. It is a long word. It's not a short word. If I say, for example, oh, you don't get it, right? If I say, for example, I looked around in oh, don't get it, right? You're lost. Now I say, I looked around in awe. Then, okay, I get it, I suppose. Right, Chuck?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, beautiful. Let's go
I have
back to
nothing
the
to
reading.
add there.
All right, so he was looking about in awe, like, like he couldn't believe his eyes. His eyes were large as saucers. And then he heard a loud voice suddenly announce, D'Artagnan, Monsieur de Treville will see you now. Okay, let's go on and see what this is all about. Oh, look. So he says, this guy, Monsieur Treville, says, when he entered Monsieur Treville's chamber, D'Artagnan noticed the captain was in a foul mood. All right, Chuck, in a foul mood.
Right. Before even greeting D'Artagnan, Monsieur de Treville called for three of his musketeers, Athos, Porthos, and Aramis.
Oh yeah, so those were the Three Musketeers, huh?
Apparently so.
But this guy was in a foul mood, right?
Yeah.
And when you're in a foul mood, you're not nice. You are not nice, and you speak or you use foul language. Something you're a specialist in, right, Chuck?
Yes, foul is just bad, mad, angry.
Foul language. Only a sailor would know all about it, right?
Yeah, that would be very foul.
All right. So, couple of interesting words here. Foul mood es estar de muy mal genio, de muy malas pulgas. Malas pulgas, Chuck. So to have a case of bad fleas.
Yeah, that would make you have a foul mood.
Yeah, that would put you in a foul mood. So this guy was in a foul mood already when D'Artagnan entered his chamber. And yeah, so he called for the Three Musketeers, Porthos, and Aramis. See what's up here. However, only Porthos and Aramis appeared, explaining that Athos had been seriously injured in a fight the night before. Oh, well, how unfortunate. Seriously injured. What do you make of that, Chuck? What would be seriously injured?
Seriously injured. Oh, that would mean he is incapacitated. He's injured to the point of not being mobile or
For a week,
being able to
maybe?
do his normal chores,
For a week, you think?
I think.
A month? What do you think seriously injured? I think
Oh,
seriously injured could be months. No?
yeah, it would take a longer time to get well, obviously, because you're serious.
Exactly. That's serious. All right, so let's go. Let's move on. Now, looking very annoyed, Monsieur de Trevat said to both of them, I know of the disturbance. Okay, sorry. I know of the disturbance you caused last night. What is that, Russian or French? I don't know. With the news on TV, I don't know if I'm speaking Russian or French. Anyway, so it's your turn. You're up.
Okay. As the king's musketeers, you cannot go about picking fights, resisting arrest, and sword fighting. There is a law against dueling.
Oh, there's a law?
A
Okay.
law against dueling.
Yeah, now pay attention to the pronunciation of the word law again. It's a long word. It's not a short word. So you don't say law. You have to say law, right? Can you pronounce that
Right.
again, Chuck? That word?
There's a law against dueling.
There's a law against dueling, yes. So that's picking fights. Picking fights.
Right.
Okay, picking fights is buscar peleas, armar peleas, ponerse a pelear, buscar pleitos, picking fights. Okay, sword fighting. Now that word, Chuck, isn't that word weird? That word is a word that we write with a W, but really the W doesn't sound, it's silent, right?
The
Can you
law?
pronounce that? Yeah, no, the sword. Can you pronounce
Oh, the
that word?
sword. No, the sword. Yes. The W is silent. The sword.
Sword, so the W is silent. That's right. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Then,
Okay.
having expressed his displeasure, Monsieur de Treval dismissed the musketeers. Dismiss is goodbye, my friends. Don't want to see your face anymore. Dismiss the musketeers. Alone with Monsieur de Treval, D'Artagnan introduced himself. You're up, my friend.
He told him of his wish to become a musketeer and all about this his unpleasant encounter with the nobleman in Meung who had stolen his letter of introduction.
There you go. So, what do we have here interesting, Chuck? Do you find any interesting words here or expressions?
Well, encounter was another synonym for
Uh-huh.
meeting,
Meeting.
and no, that's it for me. Yeah,
It's a
all
very
about
interesting word,
perhaps.
by the way.
All he told him all
All
about. You know,
Yeah, encounter can also be pronounced encounter, right, Chuck?
right? Encounter.
So you can eliminate the T, encounter. And
Yes.
then we have all about. You also say all about. All about something. What does that mean?
I guess maybe something like total. Totally. He told him the whole story, all about it.
The whole story, the full story, right?
Right. The
The
full
full
story.
story from beginning to end, all about his unpleasant encounter with a nobleman in Meung who had stolen his letter. Okay, very interesting. Got it.
Okay.
Impressed by his fellow Gascon's sense of humor, sense of honor, courage, and determination. You're up.
Monsieur de Treville offered to write D'Artagnan a new letter recommending him to the Royal Academy so that he could pursue his dream of becoming a musketeer.
Ooh, yeah, very nice. So I like the word offer. I like that one. Offer to do something. Okay.
Yeah.
Because how would you say that in Spanish? Do you know?
Permíteme or me
Okay, yeah,
permite?
that's yeah, se permitió or um, maybe
Uh,
se ofreció a offered to write a letter. Se ofreció a escribir una nueva carta. Yeah,
see,
or
yeah, encarto, see.
there you go. Okay, and then we have a new letter recommending him to the royal, recommending him, recomendándolo, right? Recomendándolo a la Academia Real, the Royal Academy, so that he could pursue, so that he could. Pay attention to this complement right here. Para que él pudiera, so that he could. Para que él pudiera, so that he could pursue. And that word pursue is both funny sounding and what does it mean anyway, Chuck? Pursue.
Um, to continue trying. You
Continue
make
trying. Yeah.
yeah.
continue probably advancing.
Continue advancing, continue trying, continue
Progressing.
training for, something like that.
Training for, yeah, his dream. Pursue his dream of becoming a musketeer. That was his dream, becoming a musketeer. As Monsieur de Treville was penning the letter, writing with a pen, D'Artagnan looked out the window. Looked out the window. I like that. Miró por la ventana. Very different in Spanish from the English version. In English, you say looked out the window. En español, miró por la ventana. They don't sound or look similar, except for look, mirar. Looked out the window, miró por la ventana. And you're up.
Quite unbelievingly, saw the mysterious nobleman from Meung. Without waiting for his new letter, he bolted after him.
Quite unbelievably, right? Like in Spanish when you say, ¿Quién lo creyera? ¿Quién lo creyera? Quite unbelievably, saw, again, one of those long sounds, saw the mysterious nobleman from Meung without waiting for his letter. Here's my interesting word today. Bolt after something or someone. What is that?
Bolting. Oh, that's a good one. I think it's an old word coming from horses, because horses tend to bolt. They have like a jump start. It's a jump start. We would say he jump started, or people in a race that are lined up on the racing line, and when the gun goes off, they bolt off of their starting positions. But horses used to bolt as a nervous
Like a
jump,
natural reflex.
like a reflexive jump. Yeah.
It's like a natural reflex of horses. Something bothers the horse and it just takes off like lightning.
Yeah.
And so this
That's
kid
it.
just saw the mysterious nobleman and he bolted, meaning that salió corriendo como loco. Yeah? Would that be a
Yep.
nice
That's it.
characterization in Spanish?
Perfect.
Salió corriendo como loco. Yeah, he left running like a madman, like a mad kid. So there
Yeah.
you go. But this is what happened. While in pursuit of the nobleman, hot-headed D'Artagnan accidentally plowed into Athos.
The musketeer who
Hot-headed.
had been injured in the previous
Yeah,
night's fight. Furious with D'Artagnan for hurting his already injured shoulder, he challenged him to a duel at 12 o'clock.
there you go. So now we have a duel now. Now we have a duel. Okay. This is the musketeer who had been seriously injured. Interesting. So I guess in the end he was not so serious because he was walking around. Okay. But the musketeer, this Athos guy, was furious with D'Artagnan for hurting his already injured shoulder. And now he challenged him to a duel. Pay attention to that phrase. He challenged him to a duel, would be similar to Spanish, lo retó a un duelo. Lo retó a un duelo. Challenged him to a duel. Okay? Nothing to add there. And D'Artagnan accepted the challenge. You still there, Chuck? Chuck is probably gone for a minute. He's probably gone for a minute, I think. I think our friend Chuck is gone for a minute. Yeah. So let's continue reading then and wait for him. So D'Artagnan accepted the challenge. D'Artagnan accepted the challenge, right? D'Artagnan then resumed his chase. This time running head-on into Pompous Porthos and accidentally exposing that Porthos' belt buckle only had gold on one side instead of on both. Okay, so here we have D'Artagnan then getting in trouble again. D'Artagnan se metió en otro problema por acá. D'Artagnan resumed his chase. Resume es continuar. O sea, cuando ya había parado, de nuevo comenzó a correr. O sea, resumed es continuar, o es proseguir, o es ir adelante, hacia adelante, o seguir adelante. Resumed his chase. Y chase es una persecución. Pero esta vez, running head on es de frente. O sea, chocarse de frente, head on. Esto que llamamos a head on collision. ¿Sí? Se pegó durísimo. Chuck se pegó por Instagram. Okay. I don't know what Chuck is doing or trying to do. We just tell him to give me a second. Just give me 1 second. One second. Okay, hopefully he'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I'll be back here on Instagram momentarily right now. Okay. So this is what happened. He had a head-on collision with Portes. Pampas, pomposo, muy engreído. And here's Chuck again.
But I got the volume back.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
I can, yeah, for the first time I can hear you.
For
I
the
had two
first
things
time.
on at once, apparently.
Okay.
Now I can hear you fine. It's much easier.
Okay, cool. So
Sorry.
going back, I'm saying that now that the kid D'Artagnan resumed his chase, now he ran head on into Pampas Porthos, another of the Three Musketeers. Now you're up.
Accidentally exposing that Portus belt buckle only had gold on one side instead of on both.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
What is belt buckle, Chuck?
Belt buckle. That's what snaps your belt together.
It's a buckle. Exactly. Okay, normally made of metal.
Yes.
Normally
Yeah.
made of metal. Unusual, it is made of gold, but this guy was part of the king's guard, so his buckle was made of gold.
Yes.
Yeah?
But only on
In
one
Spanish.
side.
Only on one side, though. In Spanish, Chuck, how do you say buckle, belt buckle?
Ooh. Cinturon gancho.
Gancho. Está bueno, yeah, that was close.
I don't know.
You say hebilla. Hebilla. Okay, that's what you call it.
Ardilla.
Hebilla. Yeah.
Ardilla.
You have la hebilla.
Evija. Okay.
Yeah, so his hebilla was made of gold, but only on one side. Okay. Okay, once again, the ones that are on Instagram, go to Fabulous Faves on YouTube or Fabulous Faves Live on Facebook. Okay, escuchen a Chuck, yeah, Fabulous Faves, leer el libro. So, yeah. Now Porthos is mad, I imagine. Oh, I want you to notice something interesting. Cuando hablas de lados, side, siempre utiliza la preposición on. So, on one side, on both sides. Pay attention to that, okay? Hey, JJ, my friend. ¿Cómo estás? JJ, te puedes unir a YouTube o a Facebook. Aquí te dejo el dato en el chat. Es mucho mejor que por este medio, porque en este momento estoy leyendo con Chuck y al leer con Chuck me puedes escuchar mejor en YouTube o Facebook. All right, so let's continue. All right, just give me a second. Right now. Embarrassed. 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 Porthos challenged D'Artagnan to a duel at 1 o'clock. Okay, this guy was getting busy very quickly. He had the first duel at noon, 12 noon, and the second duel at 1 o'clock. Yeah. Now you're up.
D'Artagnan accepted the challenge.
Oh my God.
Oh
Aceptó
my God.
el reto. Aceptó el reto, sorry. D'Artagnan accepted the challenge. Okay. Again, D'Artagnan tried to resume his pursuit of the mysterious man from Meung. And now you're up.
As he looked around, he saw Aramis, who, chatting with some nobles, was unaware that he was standing on a lady's handkerchief.
Ooh,
My
how
goodness.
embarrassing. So he looked around, saw Aramis chatting with some nobles. Interesting. Unaware. What is that word, Chuck, by the way? That one is interesting. Unaware.
Obviously not aware, but unknowingly or without knowing.
Maybe by mistake.
Probably by mistake, but definitely unknowing. Well, yeah, I guess it would be by mistake, yes.
Yeah, like probably people would ask him, "Did you know what you do?" And he would be like, no, did I do that? Maybe.
Yes.
Have you ever been in this situation that you were unaware of something that you did and that was wrong?
Oh, absolutely. Many times. Making
Okay.
a faux pas or, forgetting that there was spinach between my front teeth.
That's a good one. Spinach. Yeah. How sexy is that, huh?
Just
Con
not.
espinaca en los dientes. ¿Sí? Eso fue lo que le pasó algún día a Chuck. Los que están en Facebook, en YouTube, pueden escuchar a Chuck y a Fabulous Faves leer y discutir el vocabulario de este libro. Los que están en Fabulous Faves YouTube y en Fabulous Faves Live Facebook. Pues listo, la idea aquí es que Chuck una vez tuvo un evento o situación similar donde he was unaware that he had spinach in his teeth. Tenía espinaca en los dientes y pues le estaba hablando a una muchacha muy feliz. Right, Chuck?
Oh,
You were
yeah.
happily talking to a woman, to a nice lady,
And
and you were
smiling a lot.
completely
Yes.
unaware and smiling. There you go. Okay. So that's unaware. Oh, by the way, he was standing on a lady's handkerchief. What is a handkerchief, Chuck? And do we use those anymore?
No, we use trapos now. No,
We use trapos. Yeah, that's right.
we
Rags.
don't. Ladies keep a handkerchief for dabbing their foreheads. I think for wiping the sweat or the glow off of their face.
The glow. Oh, wow. How sensitive.
Ladies don't sweat.
Only horses.
Right.
Horses sweat, ladies glow. Wow.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
sensitive. Ya saben un secreto, muchachos. Todos los que están en el chat, ya saben, los caballos sudan, las mujeres brillan. Horses sweat. Women or ladies glow. Yeah, and that's because Chuck knows how it is. Chuck has been,
Yes.
Chuck's been to a couple of rodeos, right?
This is not my first rodeo. Yes, I have, and I've seen ladies glow.
Este no es el primer rodeo de Chuck. O sea que ya ha visto a las chicas brillar, digamos, brillar, glow. Interesting. Okay. D'Artagnan picked up the handkerchief and handed it to Aramis. And you're up, my friend.
who then accused him of having been rude for drawing attention to the matter. He then challenged D'Artagnan to a duel at 2 o'clock.
Ooh, now this guy is fully booked. This guy is booked solid for the afternoon. Noon,
Exactly. Yeah.
he's on a duel. 1, he's on another duel, and 2, yet another duel. Busy boy. For a third time, D'Artagnan accepted the challenge. Oh yeah. Now, faced with the prospect of 3 duels in a row against excellent swordsmen, you're up.
D'Artagnan realized that his chances of winning were not very good. Worried, yet determined, he courageously headed off to confront his opponents.
Ooh, all right, there you go.
They're
Okay,
short.
kids, we're going to read up to this point. And now let's do this. I'm going to stop sharing. And now it's Chuck and Face back again, filling your screen. So, yeah, so here we have this kid, D'Artagnan, who wants to be a musketeer. And how would you characterize his quest, Chuck? Was it easy? Or how would you characterize his quest?
It seems like he's getting over his head. I think he's bitten off more than he can chew. He's taking on an excessive idea.
So maybe what you recommend when you go to a big city is take it easy, step by step, maybe.
Yes, I think he
Yeah.
has rushed in.
That would be like you when you were a boy trying to go to New York and becoming the mayor of New York.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, so it is what's going on, but D'Artagnan is just fixed on the idea that he has to become a musketeer. Nothing else works. He doesn't have any
Yes.
ambitions to be a restaurateur in France. He just wants to be a musketeer. But apparently he knows how to fight. We haven't seen him fight with a sword yet. That remains to be seen in our continuation of this story on Wednesday. Probably he's a good swordsman too, right?
He's not afraid.
He's not afraid, and that's an important thing. If he's not afraid, that means he's confident. If he's confident, that means that he's skillful, most likely. Okay? And so,
He thinks so. At least he thinks so.
what was your favorite part of the story, Chuck? None.
Oh, I like the fact that he rushed in and he's taking on 3 musketeers.
Taking on 3
So he's
musketeers,
confident.
that's right.
Like
He's
his self-confidence.
That's right. Okay, now we're gonna open. If anybody wants to talk to Chuck and Fabian, you're welcome. Or if you want to just write in the chat, which is right here on this live streaming, you can do it right now. You can ask us things. You can tell us what you learned today, etc. Or you can join us. I'm going to let you join if you want. Anybody who wants to join us here in the conversation is welcome to do so. I'm going to send you a link, and if you feel courageous like D'Artagnan, then you can join us here in the conversation. It can be both in English and Spanish. Don't fret over it, because Chuck also knows Espanol, right, Chuck?
A little bit, yes.
I
had a
bit
great
of Spanish,
teacher.
like, can you say horse in Spanish? In Spanish?
I can say caballos, and not cabello.
Oh, not caballo, caballo. Okay, that's very interesting. So I just shared the link with you. If you want to join us, that would be amazing. But if you don't, if you feel shy, you can also tell us in the chat what you learned today. Juan Carlos Velasquez says, when you realize your crunch is flirting with another guy. Oh, your crush. Your crush is flirting with another guy. Maybe. I love the nice word, realize. Okay, now, anybody right now with us can put something in the chat that let us know, that can let us know what you learned tonight in this reading, or you can click on the link and be in conversation with us if you want. If that is how you feel tonight, if you feel adventurous, courageous, then you can do it. And Samuel is over here in the Instagrams. And if you go to YouTube or Facebook, Samuel, you can talk to Fabulous Faves and Chuck if you want. Why not? Okay. So yeah, if anybody wants to talk to us, don't feel like we're stopping you from doing so. Chuck is here, expectant. And so am I. Chuck, what is going on today in your life? What happened today? Tell us a little bit about your day.
Oh, I had a good day today. My granddaughter is in the movie business and has been nominated for Best Actress.
Granddaughter, Best Actress. Wow, that's big news.
Yeah, there's a film festival in New York.
What's her name? What's your granddaughter's name?
Her name is Nina Spencer. Nina Spencer. So
How do you spell that?
There's 4 big SPEN. Oh, Nina, NYNA.
NY.
Same as my
NA. Nina Spencer. Right. All right, Nina
Spencer. An old name. My grandmother's name was Nina. So anyway, there's four big film festivals. You may have heard of Cannes Film Festival or Robert Redford's Film Festival. But there's one in Los Angeles and there's one in New York. Those are the 4 big famous film festivals. And there are 100 or more small ones. But she's in the New York biggie and was nominated as Best Actress in the festival. So it's going to be very exciting in June when we go see her. Have to get dressed
nominated. Up. You gotta get yourself into a tux, my friend. Tuxedo. And to fit into a tuxedo, you gotta be in top shape, you know? You gotta start running again, stacking those miles, looking good.
Get back in shape.
You have to cut back on the chicharrón. Right?
Cut back on the chicharrón, yeah.
Has Gloria gotten a hold of chicharrón in Port St. Lucie?
No, sorry. It's difficult to find a Colombian restaurant, but not impossible. We have located 1 or 2. So we go there frequently. So it's spring here. Things getting better. Spring is sprung.
Springtime. It's looking good. It's looking good now. The trees are getting green again. You're happy. You're in a good mood. You're not in a foul mood, right?
No,
give me 1 second.
Not
give
in
me
a
1
foul
second.
mood today. No,
I'll be right back. 1 second. Dígame, señor.
Good news. It's an interesting lesson. The pronunciation. The pronunciation is a good part of learning English.
It is very important. I think if you cannot pronounce a word, then you cannot use that word, because what's the point? If you pronounce it wrong, people don't understand it, then why use it? Why bother?
Well, it's amazing how easy it is to mispronounce a lot of the words when you're not familiar with having heard them or practiced them before. It just when I first went to Spanish countries, people would come up to talk to me in English because they were having English classes in their school, and I know they were using English words, but I couldn't understand any of them, because they got it out of a book instead of a conversation. So it's nice what you're doing, I think, to let people get into the conversation. Some words run together, some are silent.
Especially some of those sounds that are completely weird and unpredictable from, the way that we would try to interpret the pronunciation of words in Spanish. Like the word, a very simple word like law is very frustrating for us because we would pronounce it short. Maybe pronounce it well enough to a point, but by making it short, people wouldn't understand us when we say law. and it's got to be long. And
Right.
that's the whole thing about it. Like, you have to pay attention to that. And it's something that we are not educated to do coming from Spanish. So we would always mistake the sound and say, by mistake, say lo, and nobody would understand that. So it's it's a sad thing, but it's something good what we're doing here, my friend. We're doing good, like Superman. And Marcela Mendoza,
Yeah, I
we
think
have
you
a
are.
person.
Wait.
We have someone here who's saying something. Marcela says, I learned that funny has two meanings. Okay, haha
Sure.
and
Yeah.
peculiar. And she also learned I'm about to do something is I'm going to do something right now. And Marcela also learned that you have a meeting with almost everybody and you request an audience with people who are important, be like above your pay grade, pretty much, like the governor,
Good.
or Donald Trump.
You know, I think Fabian, you should take notes as well of some of the things you point out, so you can repeat them at the end of the session, because a little repetition helps learn.
I think so.
Helps you
Yeah,
learn.
absolutely.
And just
Absolutely.
maybe you pointed out maybe 20 or 30 things, but there's several that were repeated, and you could just emphasize a little bit those things that
Good point.
that she's
Good
mentioning, and
point.
that you pointed out. So just to recap, what was odd about the
Yeah,
lesson today,
absolutely.
that would be helpful.
Something
But
interesting that Marcela is pointing now for you, Chuck, is to be in a foul mood is to have a case of the bad fleas in Spanish. Estar de malas pulgas. Okay? So maybe
yeah,
it's something that you can use with
okay,
Gloria. One of those
that's
mornings
right. I
that
can use
you're
that.
kind of quiet, quiet and
Or
tender.
if I'm fastidiosus, I can say I've got a bad case of the fleas. Right.
Exactly. You can say,
She
Gloria,
accuses me of that
estoy de
occasionally.
malas pulgas. There you go. So that does the trick. She'll understand at that point. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. That was another edition of Bedtime Stories with our dear friend Chuck, who's ever so patient, who's ever in such a great mood. He's never con malas pulgas, never. It's always such a
Never
wonderful
fastidiosus.
mood. It's never fastidioso.
Okay,
Okay,
and
because
I
by the way,
enjoyed it, and I'm learning as well. So
way
thank you.
we're enjoying you so much. They're telling me, come on, that's a very good idea. Excellent format. Don't ever stop doing this. Bring Chuck again and again. They love you, my friend.
Good, and
I
I
don't know
love them.
why.
It's been fun. Okay.
You love them right back.
Good
Okay.
luck and good learning.
Amazing, man. You too. All right, buddy. Thank you very much. And thank you,
All
everybody
right.
else who was here. And see you on Wednesday. Right? Bye, guys.
See you next time.